Welcome back to I Buy It, Flip It, Ship It. I am Brad. I'm a part-time reseller on eBay, and today we're going to go over what sold, but something happened. I typically ship my stuff out the night before, but here we are the day of, and today's the day I got to ship it because last night we had a baby. Really, technically, we had her this morning, and not really we. It was my wife. She did a great job. Very proud of her. This is our fifth baby girl. I got to get this right. I am running on very little sleep. We were up all night. But today we're going to go over the orders. I got to pull them anyways, and I don't want them to be late. So come along for the ride. Let's get started. All right. First up, we've got... This is where I keep some of my large plush here. We've got this. This is a vintage stocking, believe it or not. You just put the stuff right there in his pants. And then when Christmas morning comes, dig through this guy's pants for all your goodies. I don't know what they were thinking. It's a vintage thing, though. They kind of thinking weird stuff back then. I got a couple dollars into this from Goodwill, and this sold for right about $30 all in, including shipping for the buyer. Next up. All right over here, we got this game, Shoot 5. And this is kind of like a Yahtzee game, I guess. I don't know. You put the dice in, they tumble down this little thing. You can see there's lots of good wear here. But I've got a couple of dollars into this. It either came from a local thrift store or Goodwill, and it sold for about $25 all in with the shipping cost included. Next. All right over here, I've got to dig it out. Got a few things over here. Mario. All right, here we go. This Hot Wheels Hyper Racer, got this at a liquidation store. I comped it out thinking it was going to be good. I think I made a mistake. $5 to $8 in, can't remember. But I took an offer, and this sold for $25 all in for the buyer, including shipping. Next up, we got a remote. And this is my remote box. And it is a Pioneer Laserdisc remote. I've got maybe 25 to 50 cents into this. I'm pretty sure I got this at the bins. I got a lot of remotes at the bins that day. Sorry for the camera angle there. Basically, I found those, put all of them in my cart, went back, checked, comped. Once I found some good ones, checked the batteries, make sure those ports aren't corroded. But of course, I saved all the good ones and listed them on eBay. So that one sold for $20, free ship. Next up. So we got this Pokemon Deluxe Gengar. If I can find him, I think I put him in this. There he is. So yeah, there it goes. And you push down on him and his tongue comes out. I got that also at the bins. That was with a bag of a bunch of random toys. And I'll do that from time to time if I'm not finding good stuff. I think I mentioned this on another video. I'll just find stuff that has some kind of dollar value and make a profit. I mean, I'm not just going to sit there and wait for the big bucks. If there's some small money to be made, I'll make it, right? So I got about 10 cents to 25 cents into that, and it sold for $10 free ship. Very light to ship out, so still profit to be made. Next up, I bought a bunch of trains a while back at a local thrift store. I think this is where I put them. Sold through, I think I paid $100 for all of them, and two together sold for about $120. I have a whole bunch of stuff on top here. Yeah, there we go. These are some of the leftovers. They kind of hung out for a while, but this is a Mark's train. You can tell it is metal, and the gauge is O. And that's just basically the size of it. All of this is metal here. Came with some tracks. I sold off the tracks, but like I said, I pretty much made my money back on the first sale that I made, and all these other trains are just profit. This sold for, I think, $22 with shipping included. Next up, All right, back over here to the good old accessories container. And here we're looking for a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, one of those accessories I found with a whole bunch of them, and separate them by the character they were originally with. This goes to Rocksteady. You've got a belt, and you've got this sewer lid shield. And basically got about 5 cents into that, and I list things a little bit higher than what I expect for them, because I do let the buyer make an offer, and it kind of makes them feel like they're getting a deal, I guess. But I list these for around $12 to $13. Buyer sent me an offer for $8, and I countered 10, which is the lowest that I'm willing to take, and I was okay with that, and they took it. So sold for $10 free ship. This will go in a very light poly bag and sell it under 4 ounces. Next up. All right, next up we got some small stuff, and I keep these in these lunch boxes here, which Yubo, that's a pretty good lunch box. The whole thing is dishwasher safe, which is why we got it, because we really don't care to try to be cleaning all these different things. But here we go. I keep toys in this now, small toys, and this is some Funko Minis, Stranger Things. We got Season 2, 11 with the ice cream and the awesome pattern outfit here. And then we also have Steve Harrington. I think this is the Season 4 version where he's working at the video store. And again, that came from the same bag that I bought at Goodwill bins with the Gengar in it, and that was maybe 25 cents, maybe 50 cents for those two, I'd say. And those sold for $17, free shipping. Again, a very light shipper, so very little to ship. Next. All right, next up we got some Lego, and I'm gonna have to figure out where in this pile I've got it. These are my listed Lego, and these are not listed. These are the ones that were investments, so still holding on to those, waiting for the value to climb, or they're one of multiples and I've only got one listed, which I put over here if that's the case. Hold on while I find this. All right, wasn't on that shelf after all. I did start putting some in a bin, and here we go. Star Wars set number 75291. This is the Death Star final duel. So we've got Vader, and we got Luke, we got Palpatine, and we got the Imperial Royal Guard here. But this is a Walmart find. I found this for about $30. On clearance at Walmart. Pretty rare find to find a good set. I think this normally retails around $100. I sold this for $142, shipping included in that, and pretty happy with that. I wouldn't necessarily call this an investment because I didn't hold it for too long. I got this earlier at the beginning of the year during the January after Christmas markdowns. I think it was January or February. So this is more of a flip. Could be an investment, but I didn't really have too much in for it, so I went ahead and just got my money, and I'm happy with the return. Had I put, $80 in, I definitely wouldn't have taken $142. I would have waited for the demand to go and the supply to go down, demand go up, so price goes up, and make some more money and have a better return in that case. But in this case, I only paid $30 for it, so I'm happy with the return on that. Next up. All right, so we've got this Revlon Salon one-step hair dryer and volumizer. These things are pretty neat. They're like a hairbrush and blow dryer in one, I guess. But anyways, I found this on clearance at Walmart, and I didn't just stumble upon it. I knew what I was looking for. I did have a subscription to BrickSeek, where they will give you updates on what's on clearance at Walmart, and you can go in there and see if you can find it. They don't always have it, but in this case I was specifically looking for it. They had one. I got it, I think got it for $5. Really great deal. And I think I sold that for $40 free shipping. So it's going to go priority, so I'm going to eat a little of that cost there, but I got a pretty good price into it, so not really worried about that. I'm going to make probably about $20-25, And about BrickSeek, I recently canceled the subscription because they weren't able to give me really reliable inventory levels. That was a few months ago that I canceled. Hopefully they're going to have that back up and running more towards December and January when stuff gets start to mark down again. During the summer, it was really good for the Lego investing. But y'all let me know if you use BrickSeek, if they fixed that issue. But Walmart was the only one I was looking at, so because I couldn't really tell, I didn't want to drive to the store and try to figure out, do they have this or not? It's a lot of gas, a lot of time, and I do this part-time, so I just don't have that to spare. I need to know what I'm getting and if they got it or not. So let me know if y'all use BrickSeek and if that's been helpful, and if they've updated the inventory levels to where you can actually see what they got. All right, next sale. All right, this next one here is maybe a fun one. We got some Lincoln Logs. Someone's going to have some fun with these anyways. But I got 47. These are some reddish brown colored ones, and they got the 2 notches in. They're about 4.5 inches or something like that long. But anyways, I don't always go for Lincoln Logs. If I find the long ones, the ones with the 3 notches or the 4, I'm gonna pick them up and just save them until I have a bunch and lock them up. Because when you buy Lincoln Log sets, they're not going to give you a whole lot of long ones. The 4 notch ones. So basically, you know, these, but twice the size. Those long ones, they only give you a couple of them in every pack. So some people are building nice, large little creations, and they need more than what's normally in a pack. So they go to eBay, find them. But this, those you can usually get, you know, a good bit for if you have maybe 10 or more. This is 47 of the 2 notch ones, and those went for 26, I believe, with shipping included on that. And there's 47 in there. So again, I think I might have got a whole bunch of them at one time because they're all the same color. Put them together and lot them up for like $18 plus shipping. And they sat around for a while. They're not quick sellers, but if it's something you know you can make money on and you have a little bit of time to keep it stored, might as well. It's money on the table, right? All right, got one more for you. All right. Oh, and by the way, this is one of the longer ones I'm talking about. You see you got the 3 notches there. So I got a couple. I just looked down and saw one. But I got a couple that I hold on to. And once I get about 10 or more, I'll lot them up. All right, this next one is a plush. I got this at Walmart. And it's not this guy, although Squishmallows, the Halloween ones, you should be able to find pretty easily on clearance in a lot of places. I found some at Kroger. That's where I found this one. And it's reversible. So that'll go pretty good. Only got a couple dollars into that guy. But that's not what sold. This is what sold. Captain Caveman. It's from the new Scooby-Doo movie that came out not that long ago. And I got this on clearance at Walmart for maybe $1, I think. And now I can't remember what I sold him for. Probably like $10 or something. I'll put the listing up here, but probably free shipping as well because it's going to go very light. All right, but that'll do it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I got to get back to my wife and my newborn. Thanks for I can't even think straight anymore. Thanks for all the support for you guys. Thank you I have a regular commenter. I think my journey is not your journey. I appreciate you always putting a little something out there for me. And thanks for watching. And while you're out there, make sure you eye it, buy it, flip it, and ship it. Have a good one.